Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today our question is 3.1, page number 58. So first we read the question, after that we will move towards the solution of the question. Question number 3.1, page number 58. Classify the following cost as a fixed, variables and semi-variables. Explains the reason for your classification of the semi-variables cost. Part A, depreciation straight line method. B part, direct materials. C part, factory overhead. D part, heat, light and power. E part, indirect labor. F part, rent. G part, repair to machinery. H part, Fica Tax. J part, superintendent's salary. And part number J is washroom supplies. We will now distinguish these with either these are fixed cost, variables cost, or semi-variables cost. So our first one, part A, that is depreciation through by straight line method. Depreciation through by straight line method is, you know, that cost minus salvage value divided by estimated time period. This is the formula. So through by a fixed amount we can depreciate the assets in the straight line methods. So depreciation through by straight line method is what? That is fixed cost or fixed expenses. Why? Because through by straight line methods assets are depreciated at a fixed amount till its estimated life. So look, it is the formula of the depreciation through by depreciation through by straight line method. Formula is cost price minus salvage value and divided by estimated life. So look at, if the cost price of a machinery is $85, $85,000, and salvage value is, let's suppose, 5,000, and estimated life is 10 years. So per year 10,000 value will be devalued. In the first year, similarly in the second year 10,000, in the third year also 10,000, fourth year is also 10,000, and at the end that will becomes 0. So fixed amount that are decreasing. So that's why our part A is what? That is fixed cost. Now B, direct materials. Direct material, either this is fixed cost, variable cost, or semi-variable cost. Direct material, if you think, so direct material cost is variable cost. How it is variable cost? Look it. When we produced the finished goods, so if we increase the production, so the raw material cost or direct material cost will also be increased. And if we decrease the production, so the direct material cost will also be decreased. That's why by increasing or decreasing the productions, so the direct materials amount is also increasing or decreasing. That's why these cost, direct material cost, are taken as a variable cost. Means that it is vary with the amount of the productions. If productions are increasing, variable cost will also be increased. If productions direct material cost is also increasing, and if productions are decreasing, so the direct materials cost that are decreasing. That's why part B is variable cost. Comes towards C part. Factory insurance. Factory insurance is fixed cost. Why? When the insurance policy is taken, so the premium of insurance fixed premium of insurance that are paid after the fixed period of time. Look at, if I take the 10 or 8 lakh dollar insurance policy, and I will pay the premium of the insurance every month or every quarter, 30,000. So till at the end of the policy, I will pay 30,000 after each month or after each quarter. So fixed amount, this 30,000 which I pay, that is called insurance premium. So that are fixed. That's why the factory insurance is also fixed cost. D part, heat, light and power. Heat is that electricity, that sources which we used to heat up the machinery. Light is that electricity which is used in the office and houses, and power is that electricity which is used in machinery. So the electricity bill, the cost of the heat, light and power, this have the fix as well as variable quality. Per unit up to some number of the units, per kilowatt or per unit, amount or fix. Then if we exceeds from that units, so then a new rate per kilowatt that are fixed for some fixed number of unit and so on. Like if you looked out your electricity bill, so from 0 to 200 kilowatt, per kilowatt rate is 1.90 or 2 ups. From 200 to 400, then per kilowatt rate are change, and similarly so on. So as far as if we use more kilowatt, so our cost will be more. If we use less kilowatt of heat, light and power, so our electricity bill will be less. So here the variable and fixed both quality they have. That's why this is called semi-variable cost. Part E, indirect labor. Indirect so wages of the indirect labor is also semi-variables. Why? Indirect laborers, they are working per hour, and per hour rate that are fixed. So their wages rate is are fixed, and if they work for more hours, so their wages cost will be higher. And if indirect labor they are working for the less hours, so their wages rate will be low. So indirect labor also have now both the quality, fixed and variables. That's why this is semi-variable. Rent. Rent expense or rent cost, that is also fixed cost. You never see that a person or a business they can pay rent in 1 month $1,000, in the next month $1,500, in the next month $500, then $800, then $1,000, then $1,200 and so on. No. Rent that are paid with a fixed amount for the fixed period of time. Like in 1 year we make a contract of $1,000 rent. So now the business will pay $1,000 each month. Even though we use those buildings those shop, those house or not, but we will pay the rent with the 1000 fixed amount. That's why rent is what? That is fixed expenses. F part. G part, repair to machinery. Repair to machinery means that sometimes the machinery that have some problems, so we repair it. So repair to machinery, that is variable cost. Why variable cost? Look at, sometime in 1 month, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, the machinery they need for the repair and maintenance. And sometimes those repair and maintenance amount is too much huge, sometimes too much less. So that's why repair to machinery, that is a variable cost. And it is not fixed. It is vary. If the repair and maintenance cost is high, so sometimes that will low. So repair and maintenance cost, that is a variable cost. Each part, Fica tax. Look at, Fica tax is also applied on the income. This is just like an income tax. So Fica tax have both the property, up to certain limits this is fixed, and when that is increased from that limit, so tax rate is also changing. So by up to certain amount it have a fixed interest rate, and when they are exceeding from that amount, so the tax rate is also change then. So Fica tax have both the quality of fixed as well as variables. So that's why we will put the Fica tax in the semi-variables category. Superintendent's salary. Superintendent is that persons who supervise the work in the factory or in the office. So look at, salary always fixed. When you never see a person that he or she take salary in 1 month $500, in next month they take salary of $300, next month again $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, $200. No. Salary is fixed for the fixed period of time. Like if my salary is $200, so in January I will also take 200, and February, March, April, May till December I will take $200 each month. So keep in mind that superintendent salary is fixed cost. Got the point? J part, washroom supplies. Like commode, like sink, pipe, all these mirror, these are the washroom supplies. So the cost of these washroom supplies is either that is fixed cost, variable cost, or semi-variable cost. What do you think? So look at washroom supplies cost is variable cost. Why? Sometimes the washroom supplies, they are properly working, so there is no need that we can change it or repair it. Sometimes some washroom supplies, they are damaged, so we change it. So the cost of these washroom supply is, that is variable cost. It is not fixed cost, neither they are semi-variable cost. So these are words, these are fully a variable cost. So we put these in the category of variable cost. So this was your questions. It was too much simple question, but in this question, why I solved this question? Because to verify your concept about the fixed, variable and semi-variable cost, that what are the fixed cost or fixed expenses, what are the variable expenses, and what are the semi-variable expenses. We explain fixed, variable and semi-variable cost in our starting lectures. In a fixed cost are those costs which remains constant and they are unchanged. So such cost is called fixed cost. For example, rent paying by business, so that is a fixed cost. Even though they are use that building or they are not using that building, so they are pay the fixed rent. Variable cost is that cost which is variable, which is changeable. For example, material cost, that is variable cost. If we produce more, so we need more material, raw material. If we produce less, so we need less raw materials. Semi-variable cost is our semi-variable expenses are those costs and expenses which have both quality, fixed as well as variable. That's why these are also called semi-fixed costs. Semi-variable cost is also called semi-fixed cost. Up to some limit per unit they are fixed, but when those quantity is increasing, so per unit rate is also changing. So that's why per unit they are fixed, but by using that are variables. So have both the quality, variables and fixed. That's why these are called semi-variables cost or semi-fixed cost. For example, per unit या per kilowatt electricity bill up to some units that are fixed, and when we increase those number of units from that specific limits, so per unit charges are also changing. So such electricity expenses, electricity cost is a semi-variable cost. So I hope you will understand our next question, that is 3.2. page number 58 on your book. We will solve this question in my upcoming lecture.